go by, and I thought it was an Air Force jet on display. So I looked right out the window, and I saw this twin-engine plane fly right over my house, and it was losing altitude. And then I saw the impact and the explosion, this huge ball of flame. And the plane looked either like a 737 or an Airbus.
737 or an Airbus. Okay,
yeah.
And I understand you're an airplane aficionado?
Yeah.
Okay, what do we mean by that?
Well, I couldn't really tell, because by the time I looked up, I mean, I saw two engines, and it was, a smaller style plane.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time I looked up, it was already right over my house and just in front of me, so I couldn't tell the difference between the two.
All right, 737 or an Airbus, according to Paul Schwanger. Now, you heard a loud boom. You heard the boom?
Yes, I heard the boom, and I saw the ball of smoke go up. But that was the impact with the World Trade Center. I didn't hear a boom before that. I just heard very loud jet engine noise.
Okay.
Probably because it was so low.
Right, losing altitude.
And it was losing altitude at the time.
Oh, gosh.
Sky's looking very clear, too. Paul, we understand that you're something of a flight aficionado.
Yes.
So you have some experience.
Right.
What does your experience tell you may have entered into what you're looking at here with such clear skies?
Well, possibly some form of engine failure or control failure.
Do you ever see any type of air traffic in and around your area?
Well, routinely, this is a routine pattern to come into LaGuardia, to fly south over Manhattan and then out over the bay and then up towards LaGuardia. So this is a routine pattern, but they're never supposed to be that low. And I would find it hard to believe that it was a navigation failure in these clear skies.
Paul, we're hearing that to join in and to confirm what you saw, that a vice president from CNN said he reported seeing a small plane crash into Tower Number 1 as well. And ironically, that is the same tower that the World Trade Center bombing happened in so many years ago that everybody clearly remembers. How about flight rules? Do you have any idea about flight rules?
I'm not sure. I mean, it was following the proper, as far as I could see from my house, it was following the proper path to come into LaGuardia.
Okay, coming from LaGuardia, right. All right, Paul, we appreciate your call, and hang loose, though.
Hey, Paul, one quick question now before you go, Paul. Have you been over near the scene
you can't see
to see anything that's gone on the ground?
No, I can only see the smoke and the flame. Well, just basically the smoke in the air right now, right in front of me.
Mm-hmm. And we see two sides of the World Trade Center definitely affected by this crash. Black smoke continuing to billow out there.
But I hear a lot of sirens going in.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
Sure you do. And again, your estimation, what type of plane did
either an Airbus A320 style or a Boeing 737.
Okay.
Where do you get your knowledge from? How much time do you have in a pilot?
Oh, there's another.
Oh no. Okay.
Explosion.
Multiple explosions, ladies and gentlemen. We just saw another explosion. Obviously.
We're just watching it again. It's the first time. This is
the other tower, ladies and gentlemen. Another explosion at Tower Number 2 of the World Trade Center just happened live on our air.
The first that we had heard, the impact only affecting Tower 1, but as our producers and reporting staff in the field is telling us, and you can see now to the left of your screen, there is fire in the second
lower the
tower.
Camera just a little bit. You can see right at the bottom of the TV screen, billowing smoke from a bomb or explosion. We do not know if it's a bomb. I'm speaking out of turn here. A second explosion that just happened. The first we understand was from an airplane. The second we have no idea.
No idea at all at this point what has triggered it. If we could take maybe a wider shot to give us just a different vantage point, just to try to gain a little bit of perspective. And there you can see the situation.
Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. We're in shock as much as you are.
It can't be put into words, and clearly you are looking at it as we are seeing it, as it's developing. We have no confirmation other than Associated Press reports and CNN, and as well as our crews now, that a plane did hit Tower 1, and moments ago you saw the explosions in Tower 2, and at this point no word on the cause there, no word on casualties. This is happening just within the last 30 minutes, the initial impact into Tower 1, so you can understand why it is information is slow to gather as emergency crews are racing to the scene.
Not that we needed the confirmation because we witnessed it live on our screen, but the Associated Press confirming that an explosion has happened at World Trade Center Tower Number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable. We don't know what this is involving, how it's happened, why it's happened. Another explosion, we're just told. We Couldn't see it on our screen, however.
What looks to be, I'm not sure if I'm seeing this clearly. My producers may be able to help me, but you can see shards of glass and other debris raining down, and particularly from Tower 2. I'm told that we have another witness on the phone, Don McLennan.
No, it's John McLennan.
John, I'm sorry. Tell me what it is you saw. Did you just witness
I'm at 200 Park Avenue, the MetLife building. I look south, and I just happened, I heard the plane go over our building far lower than it should have been, and headed straight for the World Trade Center. And I thought, I couldn't figure out where it would, which airport it could be headed for with that route. And then I saw it actually heading below the top of the World Trade Center, and it just hit. And it was a two-engine passenger jet. There was a ball of fire, and you've seen the rest.
Okay, we just are getting told that second explosion we just saw was another plane?
I actually saw a second ball of flame, and that might have been, I couldn't see something hit because there's a building blocking that part of the view.
Okay.
John, were you able to see any type of identification?
No, it was a big two-engine jetliner, and that's all I know.
Are you able at all to see the street below in the area?
No, we're up at 42nd Street. I mean, I have a great view of the top half of the top quarter of the World Trade Center, but that's it.
Okay.
As we're looking live now at the scene, we should tell you that approximately 40,000 people work in the World Trade Centers between the two towers, each building 110 stories tall. And joining us now on the phone again is John McLennan. He works at 200 Park Avenue and has witnessed some of this unfold.
As have we, just before 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Hello? Just before, John, you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Just before 9 o'clock this morning, an unbelievable event happened, catastrophic event. A plane crashed into the World Trade Center Tower number 1. Not more than 3 minutes ago, a second explosion happened at Tower number 2. We're being told that it could have been another plane, although what we saw was just an explosion. And again, Michael, you said 40,000 people work at World Trade Center. Unbelievable, unbelievable. We're efforting, reporters on the scene are trying to get down there, Marcella Palmer namely, as many others we have called in and heading down there. We're trying to get people who have been eyewitnesses to this to call us so that we can hear what they know and what they've seen. We're hearing that it could have been a Boeing 737 or an Airbus from one of our witnesses. On the first tower, we're not still sure about what exactly caused that explosion on the second World Trade Center Tower building. Unbelievable event, ladies and gentlemen, as you look live at 9:07 this morning.
We have no confirmation on the injuries, as Lisa mentioned. We have no knowledge as to how many people involved. However, our producers are telling us now that we do have some videotape of the second plane, and you can see it there on the left making impact with Tower 2. And from our vantage point, clearly difficult to tell what type of plane that is, but it's a horrific scene. And
all right, we just been told also, Michael, sorry, the New York Stock Exchange is being evacuated, as is, I'm sure, much of Wall Street, if not all of it, as much as possible. But the New York Stock Exchange has suspended trading for the moment as everyone tries to get out of that area. We did see that videotape clearly showed a second airplane, ladies and gentlemen, crashing into World Trade Center Tower number 2. We are efforting as much information as soon as we get it. We're passing it on. It's an unbelievable day. Here it is again, a replay, videotape. You clearly see another plane going into the World Trade Center. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to fathom another accident.
It's indescribable as to why any of this has happened. We can't put words in the FAA's mouth or any flight tower information, but you're seeing what we're seeing, and on what seemingly is a relatively clear New York day. Two plane impacts. One you just witnessed there, saw on tape a moment ago. Explosions just 18 minutes apart. The first one before 9, the second one...
Is this our Chopper 2 picture?
Not long after 9. Yeah, this is, I believe, picture from Chopper 2. Jim Smith, are you up there?
Yes, we are, Michael and Lisa. We have been forced to stay about 5 miles away from the World Trade Center. A flight restriction has been put in place, but right now we are looking at live pictures. The tower on the left, that is tower number 1. And we can tell you that we can still see the flames and smoke coming out of that, as well as the tower to the right. That is tower number 2. You can see the damage to that about the middle